Now far from Jakarta to the tiny Pacific island nation of Tuvalu, which is making a splash on the international art scene. For the first time, Tuvalu has a presence at the Venice Biennale and is intent on raising awareness about the climate crisis threatening to engulf it. Kate Arnott reports.
As a sinking city itself, Venice is a sympathetic backdrop for an exhibition about the fate of the tiny Pacific nation of Tuvalu.
The case of Venice is similar to our situation in Tuvalu, especially on sea level rising, where there is a lot of flooding here now because of the sea level rising. That is also happening in Tuvalu.
In danger of becoming the first nation in the world to be swallowed up by the sea, the government of Tuvalu says its global warming concerns have largely fallen on deaf ears. That's despite making representations to the UN General Assembly and UN climate talks every year.
At the moment, we can't see any option at all how we can overcome this problem. But that's one very good reason why we came to participate in this Biennale here in Venice this year.
The decision for Tuvalu to participate in this international art exhibition, it was a tough decision. Of course, the cost of setting up the Tuvalu Pavilion here among developing countries is very expensive.
Even so, the government decided the international exposure created by the Venice Biennale was too good to pass up, and so it enlisted the help of Vincent Huang. The Taiwanese eco-artist first learned about Tuvalu at the 2009 UN Climate Change Conference in Copenhagen and has since visited the island nation twice. Titled Destiny Intertwined, Vincent Huang's work in Venice conveys the idea that the fate of developing countries is closely linked with that of developed ones.
We are living always in the name of civilization developing. Actually, we are destroying our earth, our nature.
The centrepiece is an oil pump which encourages visitors to fill up their cars with fuel. By doing so, a turtle is decapitated and the Wall Street bull is hanged. The gauge on the pump rises every time more of the Earth's resources are consumed.
Everybody is talking about reduce carbon emission, so we also make the interactive art installation to show how the sea level rising in Tuvalu and also same situation in Venice.
Next to the oil pump inside are 6 canvases representing some of Tuvalu's islands. The canvases illustrate how humans are transforming nature.
I collect a lot of coral reef from Tuvalu. When last time I visited Tuvalu, and I collage the Tuvalu coral reef combined with a lot of computer chip.
This aquarium holds replicas of world-famous landmarks and sculptures. Fish and coral have already started to alter their facades, a metaphor, the artist says, for nature biting back and occupying human civilization.
Imagine the sea level rising, all the human civilization underwater.
For the installation called Prisoner's Dilemma, a sculpture of a famous American landmark begs for forgiveness.
The Statue of Liberty, it's naked down to the penguins, but I think it's almost too late.
Tuvalu's foreign minister agrees it's almost too late and says the changes in his country over the last 50 years speak for themselves.
I remember that during the early 1960s, we were playing all sorts of games, children's games on the beaches. And nowadays, there is no more beach there. They've all been taken away by the sea.
Apasai Ilamia says all world leaders have no choice but to take notice of Tuvalu's plight.
We are using this Tuvalu as an example, but in fact, this will affect everybody. All the countries in the world will eventually fall in. They will be negatively impacted by this climate change.